Butcher's World, Butcher's World, it's party time. Excellent. Butcher's World, Butcher's World, it's party time. Excellent.
So what's up, everyone? Mark the Butcher here. You're back for episode 31. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning in, subscribing, sharing, and all that. You know, all the positive feedback we've gotten from this has definitely made this whole adventure a lot more fun for Garrett and I. So keep bringing it, and we'll keep giving it. We want to make you guys stoked, so make us stoked. Thank you again. I always forget that I'm wearing a hat, and I go turn and hit my bill on the window. Most of you know I got a bad knee. I tore my ACL, had it reconstructed to just tear it again. I've been kind of nurturing this weak limb forever, and my knee brace is pretty good, but we needed to upgrade. So we hit up the guys at CTI, and they're hooking us up with pro athlete style knee braces that we're gonna get custom made, custom painted. So Mikey and I will have no issues doing anything this year. Man, that's a big
NFL dudes. We got lots of different types of athletes that wear our products.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which way is
Cool.
it?
Okay, so the basics are your legs shaped like an upside down traffic cone. So think of it as the bottom of the cone is the smallest part, the top of the cone is the biggest part, flipped upside down, right? So a brace is always going to want to slide down your leg. The one spot on your leg that's actually gets bigger as it goes down is right above the belly of the calf. So this is the most important part for capturing and locking the brace in place. Any sensitivity as I'm doing this? Okay. And back. I'm just finding the joint lines.
Yep.
And then I draw the joint lines, not really on the medial lateral side, almost all the way into the front. I think 10-5, because I want to keep it pretty streamlined, right? You can always run a little bit thinner pad, so I'm going to go 10-5.
Okay. Well, cool, man. I'll let you get to work.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good meeting you guys.
Yep. I want to say thank you to CTI Knee Braces. It was pretty cool getting the whole tour of the shop and everything, and getting all these marks drawn on me so we can get our custom braces. So thank you for that. So right now we are putting Mikey's bike together. I was a little skeptical about the bright ass fucking yellow frame, but I'm actually a big fan now. So I'm gonna steal Mikey's whole gig right here, and I'm gonna rock a yellow frame too. So that's why I dropped mine off to full throttle. He's gonna do it up, and we're gonna finish Mikey's bike, and hopefully my bike by beginning of next week. Good luck. Get along. You're doing good, pal.
This is why I build bikes alone.
You're not alone right now.
Exactly.
I'm here for you. I'm just here to touch things.
I can tell.
All of the things need to be touched.
I spent like 30 minutes cleaning everything last night before I left, too.
Really? That sucks. All right, so it's about lunchtime here at the Rusty Butcher Warehouse. We're gonna snack on some chronic tacos, and then we're gonna head off to San Diego to say what's up to Ty and all those guys. And I'm gonna pick up CVO. So today's the day, and I'm pretty excited to have a CVO and finally be a full bagger daddy. Stay tuned. So we made it to the destination. I'm standing at San Diego Harley Davidson right now, and we're about to check out that 2018 CVO in Gunship Gray. All right, so I just saw the CVO for the first time. That's actually mine. This bike's beautiful, man. It's like the Bentley of Harleys. So I officially own one, and it matches my dog, so I'm ready to rip.
Does he not though? He does, huh?
Maybe. How you doing, dude?
Nice to see you again, man.
Yeah,
How are
you too. Pretty good, man.
All right, so I wanted to show you a couple things. I know Ty said you might want
babe.
to do a tour pack.
Yep.
You want to do the full one or you want to do the chopped one?
What do you think? So, the difference between these two is the height.
Yeah.
This one's more slow, sleek, sexy, sporty
Yeah,
looking
so
one.
this is gonna
This
look
one's like the
just
obnoxious
It's
giant
gonna
one.
look just like any of the baggers on the floor with the,
I could
the
show you
big
them on
bag.
there. Do you have a chopped one here too?
I don't have it here. We have to order it. But
Well, just on a bike?
no, I'm not
Okay.
on a bike.
You wanna
And
see the
this
big
is
one
the
and-
closest thing that we have. I mean, I would say go with the chopped because it's gonna look cooler.
Yeah.
But it depends how you're.
And
gonna
these
use
are
it.
detachable, so you can take it off when you want.
Okay.
And
so-
the cool thing with
Are these ones detachable?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, everything's detachable. It just depends if you want the more height or the
Yeah.
smaller one, depending what.
Like
how you're gonna
that'll
use
fit.
It.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
fit
I mean,
all
if
of our
you're
shit.
gonna want to put helmets and stuff in it, and then that's gonna be a no-go, obviously, because it's like.
Oh.
So if you're out on the road and you want to.
Maybe we should do that one. Well, this one doesn't fit a helmet.
No, it won't fit a helmet because it's narrow. So the distance on it. So 13.7, 10.7 is the height.
It'd be tight to put two of the helmets in there.
Kind of like the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, I've got a couple. I got pretty much everything done already, but the one last thing that you really got to decide on. Do you want to do like the lights on the back of it, like on the Ultras? You just want to leave it plain like that.
Plain's
That's
fine.
what I figured.
Yeah.
On the backrest for the tour pack. They don't really have one that matches the orange stitching.
I'm taking that off.
Are you gonna take that off?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you get to decide on like which style you like. There's more of a plain.
Fucking speaker ones?
Yeah. So the speaker ones don't come. You can add that if you want. So
okay.
it's just gonna be, the top
That's
part.
silly.
But there's a few different stitch styles. Or
Which
you
one
can
do you
like?
like?
A plain one.
I would say whatever one that's going to match the settlement seat.
So.
What you can do with the seat. You're gonna put a custom.
kinda
Soderman's gonna make me whatever I
I kind of
want.
like that one.
So I was
versus, like,
thinking
that.
maybe we'll get like even the plain one then if we're
Yeah,
just
if
gonna
you're gonna
change
do
it.
something custom
Oh, are you
on the
gonna
seat,
change
it? Yeah.
I would do something just more
Oh.
plain.
Yeah, just
unless
do the
you know
super
what you're
plain
gonna
one.
go. Okay.
Because it'll be removable, and then I'll take him that, and he'll take it off and redo the whole cover.
Yeah, because you can always, whatever you're gonna do to the seat, just have them do
Match
the same
it, yeah.
thing to
Same
the-
fabrics
to the
and
pad.
shit.
Yeah, exactly right.
Cool.
Cool.
Looking at some leg lowers, trying to make this thing loud and super obnoxious. All the classic rock is going to be bumped. All of it.
Butcher
Yeah.
family, Ben.
Right on.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
All right, guys. Take care.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Thanks, dude.
Congrats.
Fucking stoked.
Oh, yeah.
got that 2018, you know. Celebration, we're gonna pop a couple tags. Got the new bike, got the fresh belt well. I think I'm ready to ride. So much storage for snacks, gushers, fruit snacks, you know, for roll up, everything. Everyone, thank you so much. Now it's time to put some miles on it. I got 2 major races coming up. We're gonna be at One Moto next week, and then 2 weeks after that, we're gonna be at Flat Out Friday in Milwaukee. So I'll be shredding the 750, the street rod out there. And one issue that I've ran into with this thing is once you take off the cush drive, which takes all the torque and everything and nice stuff out of it, and you put to a chain drive to keep that rear wheel on the ground, the axle adjusters, the plates bend because there's so much torque on these things. So to fix that, our buddies at Big Al Cycles came up with this awesome little part. And you just replace those things out and you can put as much torque and shit as you want on these things. So we're gonna swap these out real quick and then I'm gonna go test it out here soon. So far I've bent 2 plates. Like literally, they keep bending. So when you put a chain drive on, these suckers start doing that and then your chain comes loose. But now I'll just stick this Big Al Cycles one in there. Look at that. No more issue. Nice and snug. No more problems. So we got our new Raceline wheels installed on the race rig. This van started as an empty shell from Walters, and now it's transformed into a fucking hooligan race rig that can go in the hills. We can climb over the hill we want. It's got storage for everything, toolboxes, RB components, deck this thing out, and it's ready to rip now. So I'm pretty stoked for Raceline partnering up on this. These things will be available in March. So stay tuned, check out their website for updates and all that, and we'll see you guys at the track. I'm currently sitting on the Unicorn bike. I finally got myself and stepped up to a 2018 CVO Road Glide in fucking gunship gray. This is like my dream bagger. And I didn't even know that was a thing. So I've never wanted a bagger until I saw the new lineup of the baggers. And I ponied up, I worked my ass off, and I earned this motherfucker, and I'm proud. So I'm gonna figure out what I want to customize on it. I think I'm gonna do some bars, some risers. I ordered the Kraus plate to actually mount the risers that I want. Probably do a saddleman seat, TBR pipe, S&S air cleaner, and a couple other things, but not too much. Let's see. 3.5, probably be it like right there, which should probably be pretty good. Yep, I think I'll do that. 7-inch hard case risers. So next up, I think I'll be doing a 2-in-1 TBR with a carbon tip to make it a little bit more fancier, but in black obviously. But that should probably settle about right here. Not such a big giant tip, and then people can actually hear me so I don't get ran over. I think I rode 120 miles home last night. Almost got hit like 3 times on the freeway. You need to watch out for motorcycles, assholes. I'll be heading over to Saddleman soon to go see our buddies over there to get a custom Rusty Butcher seat made for the sucker. I'll probably do a little kick up and flat on the back, throw my logo on there, and then do something to match this bike for sure. I don't want to go too crazy. I want it to look good. So step up Saddleman seat. We're coming for you. As most of you guys know, at Rusty Butcher, I have a million bikes, and you see them on Instagram and everything. There's really not that many bikes to me that are like right out of the box cool. And as soon as I saw one of these gunship grays, it almost looks right out of the box for myself. I think that's pretty rare for Rusty Butcher brand to have a stock bike, but I'm pretty stoked to try this thing out and show everyone what they're made of. But honestly, I'm really not going to do that much to it. You know, I'm going to stylize a couple things to my liking, and then that's pretty much it. Mikey and I are a little down to the wire right now. He's almost done with his bike, and it looks so good that I took my bike fully apart and wanted to powder coat it. So I'm taking everything apart right now while everything's a powder coat and freshening it up. Probably giving new rings. Gonna add a recluse clutch and a couple other things, but I know I got to make this thing run and be ready to bite next week, and it's gonna come down to the wire. So we're grinding along here. Mikey's almost done, and I'm gonna take this thing apart, take the top end off, and freshen up everything. Gotta clean out the carb. Riding these things in the dirt, sometimes the float will get a little dirt on the needle and get stuck and just start dumping gas when I'm racing. So you always gotta keep these carbs clean from getting dirt inside of them. I think this one's about due for a nice little tune-up. Yeah, we always run just a stock CV carb on everything with the S&S air cleaner. It's kind of my favorite setup. Second motor, I bought this engine off eBay, and the only reason I bought this engine is because the VIN number says race use only. But it was a stock 1200, and I got it, and really didn't have anything crazy done to it, but it had like all these little trick fucking custom bolts and stuff. Like they trimmed the head of this bolt so it'd be easier to get off the carb. So like I got all these little random race things on this thing, but I took the whole top end off and put an S&S top end on it. So it's basically, I need to get an extension. It's basically a 1250 kit with super stock heads, and it's way fucking faster than it needs to be, but it's still fun. I tend to get the question a lot why I always run a Sportster, and the answer is simple, because they're the baddest. They have the most race history. They're the most entertaining to ride to me, and they're just slow and, not even slow, just steady. I love the power band on these things. And you're not supposed to be doing this shit on a Sportster, according to a lot of people, so it's always fun to have the fucking heavy girl's bike out there shredding. But it's definitely my favorite platform. I'm a big fan of these bikes. Hint why I have so many of them. I don't really dabble in too many other platforms. I do like riding the Street 750 on the Coke syrup stuff a lot. It's just got so much torque, like wheelies out of every corner. I've never been on a Harley where you can pop the clutch in almost every gear and do a wheelie. 750 is really good at that. Another cool thing about these is when you ride flat track, the flywheels are so heavy that when you slow down in the corner, they just kind of chug along because they're so heavy, they keep going. It's a lot harder to stall one of these heavy ass fucking engines than it is a normal bike, you know? So that's one thing I like about these. Then you add a recluse clutch and it doesn't stall at all. So it's definitely a solid platform to play around with on the hooligan stuff. I'd say the best one. But I might be a little bit biased on my opinion. So Sportster for life. These engines, the whole bike just can take a beating like no other. I think most people know who follow along with Rusty Butcher is I've kind of put these things through the ringer. And I've never cracked a frame. I've never done anything weird, or, you know, I always keep the suspension kind of stockish looking, you know. I don't do any crazy dirt bike forks, or, you know, I've tried a couple little options, but I always end up back at a 43 mil or 39 mil front end, so they can take a beating.
like my fingers are going numb, bro. No, they are. I feel like I'm gonna have a back spasm.
Wait, out.
Oh my god.
Out?
Yeah.
So this comes out.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
I put in the wrong foot. Oh, damn it.
This week was work more, ride less. Unfortunately, I think we'll be riding more next week. But we did put Mikey's new fresh bitchin' Sportster back together. I ended up picking a CVO up from San Diego Harley and Raceline wheels. We debuted those motherfuckers. A lot of cool things happened this week. A lot of race prep going into next week because that's our race schedule starting. So tune in next week for more fucking Rusty Butcher shenanigans.